The secret is out. Huge eggs are busted in Palworld. You get access to some of the strongest pals in the game, like this bad boy over here, super early. And what's the cost? 2 hours of waiting. And you can speed it up. And you just need level 16 for the heat-resistant pelt armor, which gives you level 2 resistance, or schematic, and some kind of flying pal, which you can get before or after. Now, I didn't respect the power of the Huge Dragon Egg because I thought it was special. All the posts I saw on Reddit were showing it as a 72-hour hatch, and you bring that down to 48 hours with a fire. And then a lot of complaints of people saying like, yo, why does it take so long to hatch this egg? So I thought dragon eggs were special, that every other huge egg, yeah, it hatches in 2 hours on base settings, but the dragon egg is so powerful that it's always going to be max time. Except these people didn't disclose that they're playing on hard mode, or maybe it was something about servers just kind of having a longer hatch time because they're always online. Ah, confirmed. Dedicated servers just default to hard mode. Would not have guessed, but then that's what other people are dealing with. Okay. So I want to travel across the land, searching far and wide, to recreate some of these crazy egg experiences, since I didn't really do that when I was playing the game before it came out. So if you enjoy the video, or if it helps out in any way, please leave a like, comment your thoughts down below, and share this video with all your friends. And don't forget to use code Verlisify for 20% off your G Fuel order. Caffeine is the only thing keeping me going with all the crazy content and guides and non-stop work I've been putting into Palworld. If you want to fuel your Palworld grind, get yourself some G Fuel. Just find a flavor you like and enjoy. Now let's get back to the content. So I don't want to completely recreate an early-ish game experience just yet, because I want to go over some tips that I've seen. Again, I haven't done like crazy egg hunting. It is nice to find an egg somewhere through your playthrough and just get accelerated from it. But people said like, yo, if you look at night, you can find eggs easier. Let's see if that holds up, because that's how they were looking for like the huge dragon egg around the mountain. Yeah, I'm not really noticing that much of a difference, and do you actually just not even need heat-resistant armor at night? Because the temperature, even though we're flying above a volcano, looks like it's kind of balanced out. So like, just get a flying pal and get out here and then time it with night and then find things, I guess. But yeah, unless the huge dragon egg is like super sparkly and super glowy at night, and maybe some of the huge eggs are, I'm not really noticing too much of a difference. And mostly black screen is going to be great for YouTube video compression and audience retention. But yeah, you can just kind of find eggs whenever. But going at night is going to be nice depending on your armor, but there really isn't that much of a gate. What I'm trying to do here in the desert is recreate the experience I had on the server I'm playing on, where I found a huge scorching egg in the desert, and it hatched into a Suzaku, which means breeding is almost fully unlocked for me, even though I didn't need to catch a Suzaku or do anything. And then there's just this regular electric egg, so are the egg spawns in the same places, and it's just like RNG on what type and what size it spawns into? Then you just gotta keep searching and waiting for the respawns until you find the huge egg you're looking for, and then you beat the game? Seems like it. Because I have hatched Suzakus on this playthrough, so at some point I found just a giant egg. Now, I didn't find a huge scorching egg, but I want to just kind of speed this up and see what we got. So that's the first one I found, the Jourmuntide Ignis. Huge dragon eggs from the mountain are going to hatch into that. So that's going to be like the meta rush. Just find those, get those huge eggs, GG easy. Just kind of a regular one from the desert, rocky egg. If you find the huge rocky egg, that's an Anubis, which is pretty significant. Fuddler, not much of anything. The large verdant egg, this might hatch into something interesting. Robin Quill, not really. Then the large electric egg from the desert. So it's really just like the huge ones. But because you're hatching huge pals, you're going to be getting a lot more breeding rarity. Palworld interactive map for egg spawns. It really seems region and location based. Interesting. There's not out here in the frozen area, which makes sense. But you find these and you get like a really good one. That's pretty awesome. However, I feel like this map isn't fully fleshed out because during my live stream, someone's like, yo, there's a large aqua egg by this pillory thing. Or not even large, a huge aqua egg by this pillory thing. We grabbed it, and it hatched into Suzaku Aqua, thus giving us better breeding stuff as well. So not all the locations are here. Finding the eggs is crazy, but just like immediately hatch. Dedicate all your resources to getting the large and huge eggs, and then you just win the game. And then Mount Obsidian has a lot of egg locations, and you can find the huge eggs. The dragon one I found was like tucked up under here. But I have seen pictures on Reddit where people find the huge dragon egg on just like a random part of the mountain, so I think it's randomized. So Nightwing has a clickbait name. You can find it during the day, and it's going to be around the starter areas. You can also find it at night, so you just get them whenever. And then Vanworm, I believe, is faster. We can check the dock to find out, and is also going to be found in like a pretty centralized location. So you grab that, you get the technology. Then like we talked about, the levels aren't difficult. Crafting the actual items also pretty free. So yeah, it costs nothing. So the plan is get a Nightwing, wander around the mountain for a bit, see how the egg hunting goes, report with my findings, optimize, GG easy. Alright, starting off in the ruined fortress city where I don't even have like heat issues yet. Also, let's bust out the Nightwing. Doesn't move very fast, but it's mostly about the altitude that we can get up into nooks and crannies. We can wait for stamina, which also means we can just use other pals to run around the flat area. So how's Dire Howl? Oh yeah, we definitely zoom in through this terrain so we can make some pretty good progress right at the edge of the heat tolerance, even with the low level armor. And then we can use the map if we need to find some of the stuff, but also like look at that metal armor schematic and then 100 coins. Okay, base stamina is pretty miserable. Also finding large eggs seems to be kind of rare. I'm guessing you just want to pick up the eggs as you find them because it's going to free up like a respawn to potentially turn into a large or huge egg. Okay, this spices things up. I found a huge scorching egg here, so you don't have to go directly into the volcano to get it. Also, it seems like there's a lot of good egg spots over here. Yes, I brought Jet Dragon back out. This is miserable, but still kind of worth if you go to the right spots. So yeah, good luck, have fun finding the huge dragon egg, and I believe this large frozen egg is where the huge damp egg was at one point. But a lot of eggs in this northern area as well, which is manageable on temperature. There's actually tons of eggs out in this area. I guess you get the damp egg, that's going to be like super lucky on the Suzaku Aqua. Alright, so we got all kinds of eggs from higher level areas. I'm just going to hatch these and make note of any interesting ones. But yeah, I did cheat a little with the Jet Dragon. Seems like the Leespunk Ignis is going to be the one for these common eggs, or the small eggs that you find around the mountain. Vanworm, though. Huge Scorching Egg gives us Blaze Howl Knocked. Makes sense. Also has Runner. Very nice. So if you get the huge eggs out in the volcano, really good as well. Pyrin from the large eggs. Large Frozen Egg gives us the Ice Reptyro, which makes me think that a large Scorching Egg has a chance of just giving Reptyro, which could also be huge if you just skip on over to the mountain, get a Reptyro at level 16, GG easy. Vanworm Crest, also pretty good. Wumpo, also crazy, because I think that's 4 carrying. So yeah, it really seems like egg rushing is the way to go, and then you just build however many incubators you need, depending on if you even have the incubation time enabled or not. And then that brings us back to our friend, Mr. Spreadsheet. Yeah, you get the Jourmuntide Ignis, and then you win the game on smelting. We've already talked about that. Reptyro and all that, going to be 3 on the mining. Going back to this, we can also see Blaze Howl Ignis, that's a 3. So we got that, free. But then we need to pay attention to the breeding power. So the egg ranking, that's going to be one of the more important ones, because for some reason, yeah, Suzaku and Suzaku Aqua are the highest. So if you get a Suzaku from like the large, or not the large, the huge egg in the desert, boom, you win. Or Suzaku from anything. Actually, getting Suzaku isn't as busted as I thought, because if you want to get the rare pals, like the leader pals, those are going to have specific breeding combinations. So let's see the Shadowbeak and also the Orzurk. It kind of gets weird after that. So yeah, Shadowbeak is going to be Kitsun, Astagon, but you can breed into that. So the early Astagon is what the Suzaku is going to be for. Pyrin Knocked, not as free, but Relaxor Suzaku, boom, done. GG easy. And we've already talked about on this channel how Relaxorus opens up a lot of great breeding combinations as well. Orzurk going to be Relaxorus Grizzbolt, so actually it seems to be just as OP to hit around level 20, run out to the nature area, and then sneak yourself a Grizzbolt, which players are doing. I don't know, maybe there's some kind of pal you're going for where it's like, oh, I did need the Suzaku. That's going to be true of Menacing. That it has some, like, legendary combinations, except for Suzaku Sibilex. Not great, but early. Chicopee Suzaku for the Battalia, and then you can breed Lylene that way, and then that's how you hyper win the game, because all you need is Lylene and then Jourmuntide, and then you have like all of your auto planting taken care of, auto smelting, and if you get 2 Ignis from 2 huge eggs, then you can breed those and you win the game even more. I guess it's getting really annoying that I'm just spamming, and you win the game to end a lot of my sentences, but am I wrong? Yeah, the breeding pipeline goes pretty crazy and the egg shenanigans are there, but it's also just mostly, hey, find the huge dragon egg on the mountain. I got real lucky too, found a huge scorching egg, 2 huge dragon eggs, Blaze Howl Knocked, Jourmuntide Ignis. Yeah. And then the dragon eggs are just a random spawn in that biome, so you do need a good amount of luck. Yeah, just go to high level areas, collect all the large and huge eggs, and beat the game. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.